Welcome to Mark's Luxury Hair Care and AskTheHairGuy.com. Mark's Luxury Hair Care. AskTheHairGuy.com. Mark's Luxury Hair Care and AskTheHairGuy.com. Hey, this is Mark from AskTheHairGuy.com, and Stacy actually is our model today. We're talking about, oh, by the way, this segment's brought to you in part by Mark's Luxury Hair Care, available at AskTheHairGuy.com. I get paid a nickel every time I say it. Today we're talking a little bit about brownout. So our Stacy is a redhead, not naturally, and one of the things that happens with reds is, blues tend to fall out right away. Reds tend to fade, that vibrancy tends to fade right away. And what it leaves behind is a bunch of brown. So as part of our tutorial system, anybody who doesn't know, Stacy and I, we do mentoring students, hairdressers that have been in it a million years. I've been in the business for well over 30 years. And we've got a lot of wisdom to impart. And people actually hire us to mentor them for periods of time. So anyhow, one of the subjects that came up recently was brownout. How do we control brownout? She likes the red that she is, but every time you apply the red, it just seems to get browner and browner. And yet, as we know, time is money. Time is money always. So, how do we kind of strip some of this out so that we can go back in and do some vibrancy work? And today we're going to cover that in this video. So first I'm going to do a haircut. I'm not going to show you on this video, but then as I go into the system that I use to brighten things up for the hair show this weekend, we're gonna share that with you, kind of show you how I handle it so that I can do it quickly and not waste a lot of time, because time is money, but I still do want those vibrant reds to come out. So I'll show you. So you'll have to forgive me today. My clicker is broken, so I can't just click the video off, but at least you know where we're going, all right? Check us out on AskTheHairGuy.com. All right, so when it comes to brownout, what we're trying to do is cleanse some of the brown out, make space for more red vibrancy. So Stacy's formula really is going to be two parts. We're going to do one here at the base, hiding any sort of gray hair or dark or whatever. And then we want to bring a lighter, brighter color to make the whole palette look different. So what we're going to do, you could do this several ways. There's a lot of ways to sort of cleanse the palette, make space for hair color. But what we're going to do, I'm going to take just above the ears, I'm going to take this section, just sort of pin it out of my way. And I'm going to take, oh hell, I'll just leave that section. We're just going to basically paint a little bit of balayage here, a little bit of balayage on the next section, and call it a day. I'll be right back, I'll show you. All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of powdered lightener. I am going to mix up about a little more than I need, honestly. We're going to call it like a full ounce of lightener. And I'm going to use a little bit of 30 vol, if you can see that. And I'm going to, I like to use the weigher versus just eyeballing stuff. I find that it is a lot more accurate. You get a lot better coverage, or in this case, the lightener works better. If you want it a little bit thinner or thicker, I go about a 0.2 here or there, but I don't like to deviate too far from the manufacturer's suggested thing. Oop. And I'm making a mess. All right, so here we are. We got our little bowl of lightener. We've got our hair all parted up a little bit. And all I'm gonna do, now this is something I'm doing before we do the color. This is a time saver. I'm just gonna come in and do a really, really rough balayage, really rough. This is not a talent issue. This doesn't take any special training. Anybody who's ever taken any of my mentoring courses knows that I like to keep things really simple. I don't like to overcomplicate hair. So I just broke that in half again. Now, last ones I went here, here, and here. I'm going to go a little bit to the side here. Again, create a little variation. I want to make sure I get all those browns out. Same thing here. I'm going to hit a little on the side. I'm going to do a little bit right in the front, which I can't show you real easy. I guess I could move our subject. So I'm going to go like so. I'm going to go like so. Just to give her a little brightness. Anywhere I want to see that really beautiful, bright, hot red stuff. Because I do. I like a little brightness. I like a little happiness. Let's see if I can show you in the camera here. Alright. I want those ends. Those look brown to me. I hate them. And this is no real rocket science involved. So this looks good. So the last ones, okay, the first ones I went here, here, and here. The next ones I kind of went off centers. Now I'm back to on center. And then here, because it's the top layer, I can even go like really swathy, really wide on those ends. So all I'm looking to do is create variation. That's all. No rocket science. But as you can see, this whole procedure probably took me, well, without the camera looking at me, I'll probably do it in about 4 minutes. It'll sit on here for literally a minute and a half just to clean out some of those brown reds. So when I do Stacy's hair, I'll use her base formula here, and then I'll use a hotter red formula right over top all of that, and she'll have all kinds of wonderful variation. Now I'm just using my eyeballs. I like a little bit here. I want to pick up a few of those bangs. No rocket science here, guys. No rocket science. This is purely wherever I see brown that I don't want brown. I like the face area a little bit lighter, a little bit redder, just so I can, let's pick up some of these bangs. Again, no rocket science. I like the underneath bangs to actually be a little bit darker and a little bit lighter where I go on top. But I'm going to go ahead and pick up a couple of these. Sorry about the elbow. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Just a little quick balayage action that is easy to do. Took me just a few minutes. If I want to hit some of these ends, like say I want to make a little more fire, I'll even just paint some stuff on my hands like so. Put my little gloves together and scrunch into those tips. Really give her some fire there. I mean, you can do anything you'd like. Anyway, all right, that's my version. Once we process this, it'll process for literally about 2 minutes, 2 seconds. I'm gonna rinse it off, condition her with Mark's Luxury Hair Care Conditioner, available at askthehairguy.com, and we will begin the color application. Very simple, very straightforward, but you get rid of those brownouts, okay? Just a quick, easy method, all right? Again, if you're interested in our mentoring program, go to askthehairguy.com, fill out the form that you want us to mentor you, and we'll take questions. We'll have personal interactions, you know, through Skype or Instagram, or personalized videos like this one to help teach you how to advance your career, minimize the time that you spend on correctional things, and create beautiful end results with just an extra 5 or 10 minutes. Charge a lot more money, and you know, get that career going. All right, thanks a lot. I'll be right back and show you application. All right, I just wanted to show we did the palette cleanse with the balayage. You can sort of see the different striations, and all those lighter striations will turn out to be much brighter. Again, 2 formulas. One at the base is going to happen, and then I'll put a brighter one over top, and it'll pick all that up and get rid of our brownout. All right, so the first formula is 643 that we use just at the base, like you're doing a single process. And I will do that all around the head. And then the next formula will be in lengths, and that's what's going to give us that bright, beautiful color. Again, getting rid of the brownout. All right, and we're back. So now we've done the palette cleanse. We did all the, let's see if I can adjust this little tripod so you can see kind of everything. You can sort of see my striations throughout. You can see how the ends that we painted by hand, if you remember. And so now what I'm going to do, just like I did in the beginning, I'm going to take basically 3 sections. Top section, I'm going to pin, I have my single process on already, and I'm going to take 3 sections. Again, this is not rocket science, this is not perfection, this is about variation like nature would do. So I take that little section just above the ears. Can I find her ear? There it is. I'm going to do that. Pin that one out of my way. All right. And so now I will begin. This is the second formula. So we have 643. So that's like a copper gold in level 6. Cover the gray, lighten the dark hairs. And then here on the ends, remember that everything that you put on the more porous ends are going to turn out a little darker than you want. So this is straight up 7-4. So I am literally going to take this whole swath, because again, anybody who's taken my tutorials or my private mentoring course, you know that I love simplicity. I giggle when I see other people in my salon making things hella more difficult than needs to be. Boom. Done. I'm going to take this entire section here. Now here, because we do have sort of the ears and whatnot, same sort of thing. I'm going to apply right where my base color terminates, kind of all the way down. I'm not even caring if it's perfect saturation. I am simply saturating best I can. There you go. Thank you, miss. Thank you, miss. Thank you, model, for twisting your head so I can show the camera. All right. So boom, boom, boom. Just kind of going to work that in. I don't care if my base color and my secondary color mix a little bit. No big deal. This is not rocket science. I just want to make sure that all those areas that I balayaged in get a little something. And then for my last section, this is the total top. Once again, you can kind of see the variations. All we're trying to do is eliminate brownout. I'm getting some bangs in there. I'm going right down the middle. And I don't even care if some of my balayage never gets color and is a little bit yellowy or whatever, because nature would do that. If I took her and put her on a tropical island for a month, nothing but her swimsuit, she's going to be a little bit lighter on top. There's going to be variations in color. I am just painting everything. But as you can see, so basically, you know, in the salon, let's say it takes you about 30 minutes to do a single process application, and maybe the balayage took me an extra 5 really, but for this purpose maybe 10. And then applying this extra little bit of color real quick, add in I don't know, another 15-20 minutes versus doing a balayage and doing a single process and then toning all that. And this way I'm getting it all done really quickly. I'm still charging her for a balayage. I'm still charging her for a single process. You know, she doesn't really fully comprehend what I'm doing, and all she really cares about is the end result. I don't have to work harder. I have to work smarter and make some money, because I don't know about y'all, I love what I do. Hairdressing has changed my life. It's the best job in the world, but I absolutely work for money, because I got people to feed. I have dependents. I got kids. I got a house. I got, you know, things to do, car payments, whatever. All right, that's it right there. If I see anything extra, I'll just go back in and paint. Got a big glob of goop. Make sure everything's painted up. Bam, bam, bam. I might separate a little bit, make sure some air gets in there. And that's it, man. We are now processing.